The Inkatha Freedom Party says this year it will be channeling its focus on unity and national discipline in all areas ahead of the elective conference expected to take place later this year. The party is celebrating its 50 years of existence since it was founded by its late leader, Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi, in 1975. The IFP is currently the fifth largest in the National Assembly and leads the government of provincial unity in KwaZulu-Natal. For more on this, let's join our reporter, Ayanda Mhlongo. Ayanda, a very good afternoon to you. So quite a program out in Ulundi today, and you had been engaging with some of the party supporters from this morning who shared rather interesting as well as differing views about the party's current state. Talk to us about that and how are proceedings at Ulundi at this stage?
Alicia, very good afternoon to you, and I must apologize that I missed a part of your introduction there to us as the fireworks were going off. You could still hear them as the IFP celebrates its 50th anniversary. And you come to us, Alicia, just as the president of the party, Velokosini Tabisa, his speech. And I'd say, Alicia, that probably this is one of the most important speeches that the president of the IFP has had to deliver to his supporters. This marking a huge milestone for the party. I mean, he said it himself, Alicia, that there are very few parties in South Africa that have been able to reach this milestone, this golden jubilee. And so this for them, it means a great deal for the IFP. And of course, this is the man that has been entrusted by the supporters since he took over the reins in 2019 to lead this party. And of course, giving a background of where the party has come from, its trials, its tribulations, and its successes. As we know that the IFP, of course, has maintained a very strong presence in the South African political landscape, or should I say, Alicia, that they remain a strong player in the political arena here in South Africa. But he also mentioned something very important, Alicia, to say that this is the leadership that needs to see the support the next 50 years. And of course, very pleased with the foundation, which he says was laid by the President Emeritus, the founder of the IFP, Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi. I'm not alone. I'm with the SABC News, the political editor, who we've been attentively listening to Thabisa's speech. And I was saying, to Alicia, that this is probably one of the most important speeches that Velokosini would have had to make. He's looking back, he's reviewed the past of the IFP, but he's also now, very importantly, has to chart a way forward for the party.
Absolutely. I mean, he basically has said the event of today is about the commitment for the future. That tells you where to go now. I mean, the speech necessarily and understandably was about the legacy of Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi, achievements, the things that he went through, the kind of contribution that he made not only to the IFP but to the broader of the country. So that is what it's about. And then for them is to take the mantle going forward. He basically said the 27th of August, for example, will be a day where they will dedicate it to the service in honor of Buthelezi because of the kind of contribution and the input that he has made. So for me, Ayanda, was this leadership realizing that they are on their own if they don't do like why the party was even formed, so they will perish. So, but as you and I are aware, the jury is still out. Will the factions, which we know time and again tend to come out, will they not come and destroy this party? They are expected to hold elections later this year. So how will they go about doing that? For me, that will be the first test. If the election of the new leadership of the IFP proves that they are united, single-minded in terms of what they want to achieve, perhaps they are going somewhere.
Also, Zondile, another touchy matter for the IFP. You and I know that some of the IFP were not particularly happy with the party's decision to join the government of national unity. And of course, here in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, where they are leading the government of provincial unity. Mr. Hlabisa also took his time to sort of explain issues around the GNU, the policy positions, the positions of the IFP, and one very touchy subject is relating to the VAT increase.
Absolutely. In fact, he was at pains to explain why they supported the ANC in the increase of VAT, because almost all other parties rejected the increase. So he said, as the party, they are anti-borrowing, so they don't want to see the debt being left generations to come, but they would rather use other sources of income. So that does tell you that he is aware that some of the decisions that they are taking as leadership are not necessarily the decisions that everyone is going with. So that is why he really wanted to use this platform to explain that. But it will be interesting to see going forward if the broader public to buy into that.
So I want to take you back to a speech that was delivered by Prince, the late Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi son, Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi, very importantly. And he speaks about not allowing the party to be divided. And he also cautioned leaders and their supporters against the rifts. He also touched on the fact that 50 years not a joke, that his father has essentially laid a foundation for the party, but warned against what he said was greed, people who are power hungry, and factionalism, which he said will destroy this solid foundation that his father has laid.
The glue that held the IFP together for the past 50 years was the founder, Dr. Buthelezi. So he's no more there. He is the son of the late Buthelezi. And then, of course, being accorded that respect that he receives, it's not the only speech that he's delivering. Every major IFP event, he features it. So he's aware of the role that they've bestowed on him. His responsibility to remind these people that when all is said and done, we have to be united. Not that this legacy, this child that Buthelezi left for us will perish. And I think much aware of that. And especially because Ayanda, the IFP has ambitions beyond KZN.
So before I let you go, you said something that the jury is still out on this political party. Looking at the current political landscape, I mean, we've got new parties that are emerging. You saw the party and what it potentially to the support base of the IFP here in its stronghold. And you know, you already have parties like the South African Communist Party that have already said that they're going to contest the election. So the playing field has really been broadened. What now? What's next now for the IFP in that context of the political space in South Africa?
Whether you like it or not, Ayanda, in South Africa, we are in the coalition politics because no party is now achieving 50%. So a party which will achieve 50% will have to do something extraordinary. Given that all of the parties are now below 50%, you have to do something unique to be able to attract that voter basis. The IFP will now be fishing together with others. The MK did actually show that even established parties, if you come perhaps with a unique message, with a unique personality, you can be able to some of the voters. So, and will increase slightly its voter base. So will they be able to continue with that increase, or the factions will then stop that? So basically, if you are a politician and a political party in South Africa, we are there as voters for the taking.
All right. Thanks, Mzondile Mbete. Thank you so much for your insight. SABC News political editor Mzondile Mbete, just of course insight with us in terms of what has happened here, what has been said by the leaders, notably the son of the late IFP leader, Inkatha Freedom Party, who also had a very strong message to the leaders and the supporters here, essentially saying that the foundation that his father had laid, and that he hopes that these supporters that have come out here in their numbers, that they are going to build on that foundation, and of course to see the party into the next 50 years. And of course the man that shoulders this responsibility of leading the party. Velenkosini Hlabisa, there again also speaking about the fact that it's a mammoth task ahead for them as the leaders of this party. But certainly a lot of confidence, I must say. Our engagement, Alicia, throughout the day with the supporters of the IFP. Alicia, they might not agree on anything. I mean, we heard some of the voices of the people that spoke to us, were not happy about the IFP entering into a government of national unity, were not happy about them supporting, for example, the increase in the VAT, and of course in issues of service delivery in the municipalities that are governing, which include this municipality here, the Ulundi municipality, to say that there are some shortcomings, and of course that the party still needs to work and to improve on that. But by and large, the supporters that have come out here, both young and old, confident that the IFP is going to be able to take them forward, and they believe that this is their party of choice. Let me just step out of shot, Alicia, just for our viewers, just to one more time just get a sense of what they are seeing here. Great deal of excitement from the supporters of the IFP. They've come from across South Africa, from the northwest, from Limpopo, from Gauteng, from Mpumalanga, and of